Happy Kali Christmas. Can you feel it? That we're going through one of the most potent alchemical windows of the year. And the Great Mother, the Primordial Mother, Kundalini Mother, Kali Mother, Serpent Mother, Sophia Mother, this energy has moved from the root and is now approaching the third eye into the crown at solstice. So this is another Kundalini Chrism yoga update, where we move from the root to the crown, from root to crown, from solstice to solstice. And this is a very, very potent moment that we're in right now. You might be feeling a little rugged, hollowed out, like something writhy is happening in you and it's demolishing things and it's like, whoa, as you are being born, right? You are being born like Christ, the child is born. This whole story about the birth of Christ and the alchemical wheel and all the points of the Christ story along the wheel of the year line up to what is actually happening inside us at these different points of the year, right? So where the Virgin Mother, Mary, she receives her Annunciation in March. Mary is the great primordial mother, symbolically, right? So will you carry the child? We have carried our own ignorance, our own baby, our own new thing coming into shape throughout the year. And right now, that thing is being born. Our own Christ child is being born in us because the energy has moved from the root to the crown, right? So this is the serpentine, Kundalini, Kali, Ma, Sophia energy. Energy, Shakti, is merging with consciousness, Shiva, Purusha, at this time of year. Energy meets consciousness, right? Boom. The merging point of mother and father in us. And it's when the thing that we've been kind of dancing with throughout this year comes into recognition. When the serpent comes into the third eye, that energy comes out of the lower chakras and is now in the third eye and the higher chakras. It's inside the optic thalamus, right? We have a perception shift. It's like the windscreen wipers go and all the fog gets cleared and we see what's happening and things just start to crumble that don't align with our perception shift, right? The serpent has brought about, she is kind of breaking down old foundations right now because the new thing is coming out, the new Christ child, the new reborn, evolved part of you is now coming out, right? And this is why we've also just had this very potent new moon a day ago. And that in Vedic astrology is Kali Ma's new moon. That's her special new moon. And it happens in Mula Nakshatra, which is the constellation, Mula meaning root, like Muladhara chakra, right? Root chakra. So as we come here into the crown, we just get another burst of serpentine energy, Mula, root energy. Kali, this primordial chaos, rugged, prima materia comes in, the void comes in to shake things up and pull the root out, right? She pulls the root out of the false thing, right? She pulls it out. She demolishes it. She takes it by the root. Kali Ma, the serpentine energy. We've also just moved through Ophiuchus right now, the serpent zodiac, the 13th zodiac, that is wedged between Scorpio and Sagittarius, right? And we just happen to land in this new moon, which is Kali's new moon, who is the serpent, the great Naga. The serpent is the mother, right? Those symbols are the same thing. So we come out of Scorpio. Scorpio goes right down, digs deep, pulls out the bottom, pulls out the root. Then Ophiuchus carries it all the way up, boom, into the third eye expansion of perception change and opening of Sagittarius, right? That Jupiterian expansion. So this serpent rooting out is meeting the Jupiterian expansion right now. And that is the Christ child being born, right? And birth is, of course, messy. Things have to be ripped apart and shaken up. So while we're here with this very potent prima materia energy, it's a very primordial energy right now. It's like you're seeing things, but it's also primordial. It's mother and father together. Sun and moon are meeting right now. And we bring these Christmas trees into our homes to celebrate, if you observe Christmas. But because it's so potent alchemically, I want to suggest a ritual that you can do over the solstice weekend and up until Christmas, so that you work with the primordial energy that's here. The void is here. The void, right? We are also lining up with the galactic center today, and we move across the dust cloud. We move across the void point of the galactic center, the black, the nothing, right? The dark. And out of that darkness, the void, the black, where the spirit is hovering over the waters in the black, there comes life, right? There comes that new life, the new Christ, the reborn, rebirthed self is entering the picture over solstice, right? So while we're in that void, this is what we teach and we do in Sophia's Circle. When we're in void energy, we do ritual and ceremony because we have to, and it's just beneficial to co-create with Mother's energy especially when it's potent, right? So in Vedic astrology, we're in Kali Ma's energy, we're in void energy. So I have this beautiful Christmas ritual you can do with your family and with children. It's really fun. So that you are inputting into the void by doing these fun practices with the tree. You are taking part in it, right? This is very ceremonial. We bring a tree into our homes. How theatrical. That's ritual. That is ritual, whether you're aware of it or not. And if you're just going to put presents under the tree and hang balls on the tree, that's fine. But what you're doing is ritualizing that for your coming year, right? Just that basic consumerist, the wheel will turn and I'll just be putting presents under the tree again. If you would like to ritualize your expedited expansion, then I suggest this playful ceremony you can do with yourself or with whoever, family, kids. Okay, so the first thing is you're going to make your own little decorations, right? And what we're going to do on these, I just cut out cardboard and I painted them, right? And I've painted them with symbols. I've got a few here on the tree, right? I cut 7 of them to represent the 7 chakras and how the mother moves through these 7 planes of existence, right? And I've put 7 of them on the tree, and because we're in primordial energy at this time of year, the primordial is meeting consciousness, the serpent energy, it's important to work with symbol, because primordial energy is mother's energy. That's her language. So that's the language of the symbolic, the subterranean, the non-linear, right? The emotive, the sensorial, that's her language. So these are symbols. I drew on these and painted and had fun. I painted whatever was coming to me. Symbols that have been like kind of dancing with me this year, new ones that have come up, because the symbol is what inputs into the field of consciousness. Mother is the field of consciousness that we're in, the energetic field, and she works with symbols, right? She works with words, and she also works more potently with symbols. So you don't have to know what the symbol means. Don't overthink it. She's literally a playful, hilarious, childlike mother. Just play, like whatever you want to paint. I didn't overthink any of this. I was just like, la, 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 oh, cactus, yeah, boo, boo, boo. So you just play in that way, right? So you hang 7 symbols on the tree. You can do all of this leading up to Christmas, okay? So that is what the tree is then, right? It's these 7 symbols. Then what you're going to do is you're going to write a letter to yourself and mother, right? You're going to start with what you're grateful for this year, the fruits of the spirit. See all these things hanging on the tree? These are like the fruits of the spirit, the fruits that have been opened in you through this cycle. So write what you're grateful for, acknowledge her, thank her, and then write a space releasing things and asking for what you are going to be born into, what you are going to evolve into as you cross over this point in the year, right? And go through the apotheosis and into your next journey, right? So you're going to write this letter And it's personal. So parents, if you want to get your kids involved, let this just be between them and their mother, Holy Mother, not mom. If they want to show you, fine. But this is about them and connecting with the goddess, right? Nobody gets to read it. It's just yours. So that everybody can be very honest with their own Holy Mother, right? So you write this letter. Now, this is my letter from 2024, last year's Christmas. I did this practice. I wrote it, everything here, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to open it on Christmas. This is my gift. Not the freaking consumerist gifts are nice, but this is my special present. This is the present I'm really after, and what Mother is doing in my life, and how she is shaping the philosopher's stone in me, and she is smoothing me out. And I'm going to read this letter on Christmas morning, and I'm probably going to cry my eyes out, because I have a memory, and I know that a lot of the things I asked for in my life, the Mother has opened in me this year. I know I'm getting emotional, because I'm so grateful for what she brings, for how she's changed me every year. It's really, really it's just such an honor to know her. So I'm going to read this. Then I'm going to wrap up my letter I wrote this year. And I'm going to wrap it up, right? I'm going to wrap it like a present. And I'm going to hang it on the tree. I have a little pouch I hang them in. And I'm going to put it in my Christmas box. And I'll fold up my 2024 letter as well. I'm just going to keep all my letters every year. And next year, I'm going to read my 2025 letter, and I'm telling you right now, all of those things will be fulfilled. All of those things will be fulfilled. And they will play out in these symbolic languages, right? Now, one of the other things you're going to do is, when you've written your letter about what you would like to bring in, what you want to embody this year, what you want to release, what you want to change, what you would love to know in yourself, to be in yourself. You've written that part, right? The second part of the letter. I'll put all of this in the description below. So if you want like easy access, if you want to remember this ceremony, I'll put it there. But then, so say you say, I remember last year, one of the things I was like, please take me to a stable home. Everywhere I moved, there was some kind of insanity going on the property. And I'm finally in a stable home, right? So I know that's one of the things I asked for. So you're going to cut little bits of ribbon, red ribbon, the Mother's color, right? You're going to cut the ribbon and just pick words that are meaningful out of what you've written and asked for next year, or asked to embody, right? And you're going to write home, connection. Whatever it is you've written, pick out the pointed words that summarize that perfectly, and you're going to write them on the ribbon, and you're going to tie the ribbon to the tree, like that, right? And those are going to sit on the tree, right? So now this is a potent alchemical tree now. This is a ritualized tree for your own benefit and your family's benefit, right? You've got the symbols, you've got your letters to the Mother, you're hanging them on her body, the tree, and you've tied these ribbons. Then what's going to happen is at the new moon on January 18th, you're going to remove all your decorations. You're going to keep your special ones you've made in your Christmas box for next year. It's always lovely to see the journey. You're going to leave the red ribbons on, right? And I'll do a little catch-up video around January 18th, that new moon. You're going to take this tree with the red ribbons. It'll probably be nice and dry and brittle, and you're going to burn that tree. Right? You're going to burn it. You're going to burn these messages with the red ribbons, and you're going to burn the tree, because you're burning. It's like a Saturnian moment of burning the old self, right? Taking the old self down into the charnel ground, burning it, and committing these messages to fire. You burn the tree, right? As the end of the ceremony on the new moon on the 18th. And mark my words, everything you've written and you've taken time and done in a ritual connecting fashion with your Mother will take place in your life. Mark my words. So I'm really, really encouraging you at this time of year to work with this energy and to connect with the tree and to connect with your own rebirth and the Mother's intelligence. And I'm sending you so much love for this season.